What's up, guys? My name is Miss Birch, and welcome back talking about math. Of course we are. We're always talking about math. All right, so let's get started. As always, we're going to start by going over our standards and our objectives. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get started. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. All right. So our standards, we got 3 standards today, and I know that's so exciting. One of them we've seen before, but 2 of them we're introducing, but maybe we've worked with them a little bit in the past. So let's read them out loud. All right, so our first one, we have use addition and subtraction within 20 to solve word problems involving situations of adding to, taking from, putting together, taking apart, and comparing with unknowns in all positions by using objects, drawings, and equations with a symbol for the unknown number to represent the problem. That was a mouthful. But guess what? We've already been doing this. We've been solving for addends that aren't on the normal side of the equal sign. We've been finding them in all sorts of different ways. And we've been using drawings and equations and objects, all of these things. We've already been working on this stuff. So we got this one down pat. All right. So next we have understand subtraction as an unknown addend problem. For example, subtract 10 minus 8 by finding the number that makes 10 when added to 8. We've been working with that too. We know these. And then of course we have our weekly one, which is fluently add and subtract within 20, demonstrating fluency for addition and subtraction within 10. Use strategies such as counting on, making 10, decomposing a number leading to 10, and more. And we've been practicing our fluency. I know we have. I know you're practicing it at home, just like we've been practicing it here. All right, so next we have our objectives. All right, so as you know, I'm going to say it first, then we're going to say it together. You ready? Perfect. I can answer equations with missing addends. Your turn. I can answer equations with missing addends. Next, I can use drawings to find my answer. Your turn. I can use drawings to find my answer. And last, I can subtract with numbers within 20. Your turn. I can subtract numbers within 20. Awesome job. We know we can do these. Even if we're having trouble, we're going to get better at it because that's what we're doing. We're practicing, and we are going to get better by practicing. All right, so I'm going to come back. Hello. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to do our math fluency today, which is another math sprint. In case you didn't do the last one or the last couple, I'll just explain to you really quick. So math sprint, I'm going to show you guys 30 problems, and I'm going to let you pause the video and practice going through all of them. You're going to try to solve all 30 of them. But if you want that added challenge, you can ask someone to time you and see how many you can get done within a certain amount of time. Let's say you ask someone to put 5 minutes on the clock, and you just see how far you can get in the math sprint. No problem. But also, I don't want anybody to get frustrated. I just want to get practicing, and I just want you guys to learn. So do what you got to do. Whatever you're going to do, pause the video or time yourself, fine by me. So I'm going to show you our math sprint. Let me share my screen again. All right, let me come into the corner. Hello. All right, so this is our math sprint for right now. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to decide whether to pause the video, or if you want to move on and do it later, that's fine by me too. So here you go. All right, well, if you paused the video, came back, time yourself, how did you do? Did you do well? I know you did. If you didn't time yourself, I still think you did well. Awesome. So now we're just going to go over a couple of them. So I'm going to come back full screen. Hello. All right. And let's get started. Let's start our practice. So we are going to go over 3 of them. So the first one, if you got this far, awesome. If not, that's okay. You can still practice with us. 5 minus 9. If you did get to this one, what strategy did we use? Over the past couple lessons, we've learned so many new strategies. So what's a good strategy that we could use to solve this equation? Okay, so let's break apart the 15. What are we going to break apart the 15 into? 10 and 5. Okay, we can do that. And then, I remember this from last lesson, if we circle that, we're not adding these together because we know 10 plus 9 equals 19, but that can't be our answer because it's bigger than one of our addends. So what are we going to do? What is the difference between 9 and 10? How many numbers does it take to get from 9 to 10? 1. Nice job. So I'm going to put 1 right here, and then we cross off this, we cross off this, we cross off this. What's left? 5. And then we turn that into 5 plus 1 because that gives us what's left over, which is what? 6. So I'm going to rewrite our equation. 15 minus 9 equals 6. Nice job. So now I'm going to ask you a question. What is 9 plus 6? It's 15. That's right. Should we double check? Let's count on to double check. So let's lock 9 in our brain. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 9 plus 6 equals 15. Nice job. All right, let me erase this, and then we're going to do another one. All right, so next one we're going to do is 13 minus 8. Okay, what's the strategy we use? We already did, we decomposed our 13 last one. Why don't we try a different one? Okay, so we can just draw our picture. So we know that we can decompose our 13 again, but instead of figuring out what's the difference between 8 and 10, why don't we just draw out our picture? So I'm going to draw out 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and then we got 3 more over here. 1, 2, 3. And now is this an addition problem or is it a subtraction problem? It's subtraction. So what are we going to be doing? We're going to be taking away. Nice job. All right, so we're going to be taking away how many from 13? 8. So let's start crossing off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we had 13, we crossed off 8, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice job. So what's our answer? It's 5. Incredible job. I know you guys are crushing it. All right, let's do one more. And that one is going to be 12 minus 7. All right, are you ready? I think this one, why don't we try making a number path? I know I showed you guys a number path last time, but we can draw one ourselves. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line, and I'm just going to number it. I'm going to put one line there, and let's start it with 7. I'm going to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so what we can do is either count all the way up or we can break it apart. So if we have 7, how many numbers does it take to get to 10? Let's try it out. 1, 2, 3. So this is plus 3. And then now we're at 10. How many do we need to get to 12? 1, 2. Plus 2. So then what's 3 plus 2? It's 5. And I know we could have added all this up, but this is just another way, a more effective way of getting our answer. So 12 minus 7 equals 5. So then what does 7 plus 5 equal? 12. How did you get that? Count it up, so we can do that too. So if we have 7, lock 7 in your brain. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice job. All right. So if you didn't finish that math sprint, that's okay, because guess what? You can always go back, practice some more, redo the ones you already did, or get to the ones that you didn't. All right, so let's get started with our lesson. We're going to start with our application problem, our lovely, lovely word problems. I'm going to start by sharing my screen. All right, so I'm going to read it out loud. And then you're going to wait for the important information, and we're going to read it again, just like always. All right. There are 16 mats in the classroom. If 9 reading mats are being used, how many reading mats are still available? All right, take a minute. What is important? I want you to brainstorm. What is important? What is my number sentence going to look like? Is this an addition or a subtraction problem? All right. You ready to read it again? Let's do it. There are 16 reading mats in the classroom. If 9 reading mats are being used, how many reading mats are still available? All right, so I'm going to come back. All right, and let's get started solving it. So what was the important information that you heard? There are 16 reading mats and 9 are being used. Okay, let's start with the 16. So their total is 16 reading mats. So I'm going to write 16, and 9 of them are being used. Okay, so I think that's a good start. So if 9 are being used, does that mean we have 9 more that we can use onto the 16, or are 9 being taken away from the 16? It's being taken away, so it's going to be a subtraction problem. All right, so now we got a number sentence. So now, how can we solve it? You guys should know this. We just went over a couple of strategies. All right, so I think we should solve it. We're going to decompose our 16 into 10, and 10 plus what equals 16 because of our 10 plus math facts? Our 10 plus math facts? 6. Nice job. So I'm going to draw my picture. That's just the way I like to do it. Whatever works for you guys is perfect. And if you want to copy this way, that's perfect too. If you feel like you're really ahead of the game and you want to do it a different way, go for it. I'm not here to stop you. Just make sure that you're getting the same answer as I do at the end, okay? Sounds good. So let's draw a picture. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Then we're going to draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So we have our total 16. These are all the 16 mats that we have in our classroom. But now 9 of them are being used. The question that the word problem is asking is how many are left over? Because we know that we have 16, 9 are being used. So what's left? So let's cross off 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so out of our 16, 9 are being used. How many are left over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them. So now let me ask you this. Because we see our full tens frame, this equals 10, and we're grouping them in 5s. Did I have to count out each of these dots? I could, and I did, but what if I looked at it like this? Since you're grouping in 5, if we had 5, because we have all 5 of these not crossed off, we have 5 plus 2. What's 5 plus 2? 7. So it's the same thing. We're just counting we're getting a little bit more fluent in our answers. We're going to get that a lot quicker. So see our group of 5 plus 2 is 7. So our answer is 16 minus 9 is 7. Should we double check our work? All right, so let's start by going 9 plus 7. So we're going to check our work by making a friendly 10. So I'm just going to change the equation to 9 plus 7. How do we make this 9 into a friendly 10? Turn this into a number bond. Drop a 1 down here because we need 1 to make 9 into 10. That means 6 over here. So this makes our friendly 10. So we got 10. We use our 9, we use our 1, we use our 7. Plus 6 equals 16. So we did our work, we showed it, and we double checked it. So now all we have to do is write a statement. So I'm going to write, there are 7 mats left. And there you are. So if you followed along and did my strategy, does your board or your paper look like this? Awesome. And if you didn't follow my strategy and you wanted to try a new one, did you get the same answer? Did you get 7? Beautiful. Nice job, you guys. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a word problem. Yes, another word problem, because you know me. I love word problems. I think they're fun and exciting. So I'm going to show you guys a word problem, and I'm going to show you 6 different students who tried to solve the equation using different strategies. So I'm going to show it to you, and we're going to go over each individual's work, okay? So let me share my screen. Let me show me. There you go. All right. So I'm going to read this, and then we're going to work through the problem ourselves, okay? So there were 16 dogs playing at the park. 7 of the dogs went home. How many of the dogs are still at the park? All right, so when I'm thinking of this right now, let me grab my pen. All right, I'm thinking that the 16 is important and the 7 is important. Okay, so then I think my equation is going to look like this. 16 minus 7. And it looks like, at least the first student, that's what they got. I've seen a couple of different ones. So perfect. It looks like they're on the right track. Let's see if all of them got it right. So let's look at student A. So they have the same equation as we do. They have 16 minus 7, and they got 9. How do you think they got that 9? Well, I can see that they broke apart the 16. They decomposed it, and they got it into 10 and 6. Seems like a good start. Then how do you think they got their answer 9? Well, even though they didn't show the work, this answer is correct. So let's help them show their work, because I can see and I know because of my math fluency that this is correct. But I want to know how you guys get it. So let's break apart this problem. So they broke up the 16 into 10 and 6. And then what they did was how many, it's a little wonky, but what they did was how many was the difference between 7 and 10. So how many did it take to get from 7 to 10? You can use your fingers if you need to. So if I have 7 and I'm counting up to 10, 8, 9, 10. How many was that? It was 3. So they got 3, and then they didn't do this, but we'll help them out. And they got left over 6. So it's 3 plus 6. And what's 3 plus 6? Lock 6 in your brain. Okay, and let's count up. 6, 7, 8, 9. So did they get it right? Yes, nice job. So student A got it right. The only thing I would do differently is maybe show your work a little bit more. They started to, but then I don't know how they got their answer. Yes, they broke up that 16, but how did they get 9 from that? We helped them out there, but they did get it right. So nice job. So now let's look at student B. All right, let me change colors. So student B. Well, they didn't write the equation, but let's double check it. So let's look at what they have total. So I'm going to look right over here. This is what they have total. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so they still got the same total. So they said that there were 16 dogs. And what I really like about this one is, what do you see that's a little bit different from what we've been working on? We've been grouping our 5s up and above each other. They're doing the same thing, but just all spread across. They're spreading it across. So we can see that we have 5, groups 5 right here, groups 5 right here, group of 5 here, and then what's left over. So let's see what they did. We have a total of 16. So then what they probably did is broke it apart, just like over here, to 10 and 6. And so that's where we get 10 right here and 6 right here. there and right here. So then I'm looking really closely, okay, and they have crossed off 7 because we have a group of 5. So 5 plus 1, 2 right here. How much is that? It's 7. So they got 16 minus 7, 7. There we go. All right, but now I'm seeing this right here. So now we got our equation, but where did they get this 6 plus 3? Do you see it? All right, so what they do is with what's left over, there's 3 right here that are outside of this area that's crossed off, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here. So all they did was add up 3 and 6, what's left off of what wasn't crossed off, and what is 3 plus 6? It's 9. So they got the same answer. So they did a great job too. Awesome. All right, so let's check student C. Let's choose this color. All right, I like this one a lot. I see that there's number bonds. I see that there's pictures. Well, let's see if they got the same answer. So we have 16 minus 7 equals 9. So they definitely got the answer right. But let's check their work. So we can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they have our total of 16. And then they broke apart our 16 into 10 and 6. So far, so good. And then they did 7. So what they did was they crossed off 7 that were outside of the 10. All right, so they have their total of 16. And now what I'm noticing is instead of like over here, they just flipped it around. So they crossed off 7 on this side. So here's their original 10. They crossed off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they had 1 over here and 6 over here. And that's why they broke up 7 into 1 and 6, because 1 was outside the circle and 6 were also outside the circle. And they got 7, or I'm sorry, they got 16 minus 7 equals what's left over in the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they got the same exact answer. The only thing I would change about this is I love their drawings. I loved all their work that they showed, but I would want to see a little bit more organization, because right now they're not grouping in 5s. It still works, whatever works for you, but it helps me to organize my work a little bit better. So grouping in 5 really shows the separation of the equation. So even though they did a great job, they got the answer right, that would be my only tip for them. All right, let's try student D. All right, so what they did, it looks like they tried to make a number path. So I see 16 minus 7 right here, but you see right here, this is what they got. They got 8. Okay, so why didn't they get the same answer? Let's double check their work. All right, so they started with 7, and then they counted all the way up to 16. So how many does it take to get from 7 to 10? 3. 1, 2, 3. So this was plus 3. Nice job. All right, and then they needed to get from 10 to 16. And we know because of our 10 plus math facts, that's 6. 10 plus 6 equals 16. But let's double check. So they went from 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5. And what's 3 plus 5? It's 8. How come they were the only ones that didn't get 9 as our answer? Were all 3 of these students wrong? Or was did student D make a mistake of some sort? Let's take a closer look at their number line. So they started with 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wait a minute. You see it right here? What comes after 12? 13. So it looks like student D had everything going right. They were on the right track, but they made one mistake and their answer resulted in being a different result. So what we would do to correct this would just be add in the 13, just like that. So then all we would do let me come back and I'll show you. So now all we would have to do, now that I added in my 13, let's try it again. So how many does it take to get from 7 to 10? 1, 2, 3, plus 3. All right, but then how many does it take to get from 10 to 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what's 3 plus 6? It's 9, just like all the other ones. So student D was on a great track. They had their strategy, they were ready to go. Maybe they got a little excited and they just forgot one number. But that's okay, because I can guarantee you student D is going to bounce back and they're going to get it next time. All right, so let me come back to my shared screen and let's keep going. Let's do student E. So let's see what they did. So our original equation was 16 minus 7. So what student E did, do you see what they did differently? All they did was flip their equation around. So instead of a subtraction sign, they're finding the missing addend right here. So instead of being 16 minus 7 equals what? They flipped it to 7 plus blank equals 16. Because there was a total of 16. They just need to find them how many from 7 to get to 16. And then they broke them up and they got the same exact answer as everyone else. They got 9, which is correct. So great job, student E. Let's take one last look at the last student and then we'll wrap up this part of the lesson. So plain and simple, they got their equation down. Let's see. So I see that they wrote a 7 right here. But I don't see a 16 over here. So let's count how many circles there are. We started with 7, so let's count up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this last circle is equivalent to the 16. It's a 16. And all they did was they noticed that there was 9 circles, and that turns into, once again, 9 plus 7 or 7 plus 9 equals 16. Nice job. Did you think of any other strategies that you could have used, or did you see a strategy that you love to use? Awesome job. So now I'm going to come back. Perfect. I think now is a perfect time to take a break. So I'm going to let you hit the pause on this video. Go have some fun. Go relax. Go get some food. Go do what you got to do. And I'll come and I will meet you back here in just a little bit. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to decide whether you want to do that or not. And if not, we'll just keep rolling with the lesson. So, perfect. If you did pause the video, welcome back. We missed you. We're going to keep on rolling with our lesson now. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go over a couple more word problems. And I want you guys to try different strategies that we've been using, we've seen already today, and we're going to just solve them. So let's keep practicing. All right, so I'm going to show you the next word problem, and we're going to get started. Share my screen. And let me show myself. There. All right. Miliano is reading a book that is 14 pages long. He already read 8 pages. How many more pages does Emiliano need to read to finish the book? All right, so now brainstorm. What is important here? What is my number sentence going to look like? How am I going to solve this? And is this addition or subtraction problem? You ready to read it again? Great. Emiliano is reading a book that is 14 pages long. He already has read 8 pages. How many more pages does Emiliano need to read to finish the book? All right, well, let's solve it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. There we go. All right, so Emiliano is reading a 14-page book. And he's already read 8 pages of it. I think this is a good start to finding our number sentence. So now, are we going to have a number bigger than 14 as our answer? No, because if he's reading a 14-page book, we can't read more pages than what are in the book. We can't do that. So we're going to be subtracting. And here is our number sentence, 14 minus 8. So what is a strategy that you want to use to solve this? Okay, so let's draw our picture. So I'm going to circle this. We're breaking up 14 into what? 10 and 4. Nice job. So now let's draw our picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has a book that's 14 pages long. This whole book is 14 pages long. He's already read 8 of them. So how many are left? So let's cross off 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many are left? Well, if we look at our groups of 5, we have 5 right here, and then we have 1. So what's 5 plus 1? It's 6. Nice job. So 14 minus 8 is 6. So how many pages left does Emiliano have to read? 6. So I'm going to write, he has 6 pages left. Keep it up, Emiliano. You're doing a great job. You only got 6 more pages. Keep it going. Nice job. All right, so let's do another one. Erase my board. I'm going to share my screen. I love word problems, don't you? Of course you do. You'd be nuts if you didn't. All right, let me show myself. There I am. All right, are you ready? There were 12 sugar cookies in the box. My friend and I ate 5 of them. How many cookies are left in the box? All right, brainstorm it. What is important? What is my number sentence going to look like? What is the strategy I'm going to use? You got it? Let's read it again. There were 12 sugar cookies in the box. My friend and I ate 5 of them. How many cookies are left in the box? Let's solve it. You guys got this. All right. So let's try a different strategy. So we have 12 cookies in the box. And then I'm actually surprised that I only ate 5 of them, but I did. So we have 12 and 5. So are we going to have more than 12 in the box? No, because if there's 12 in the box, we can't put more in the box unless we make our own cookies, but that doesn't make any sense. So we bought from the store 12 cookies. We ate 5 of them. So this is going to be a subtraction problem. So what's a different strategy from what we just did to solve this? You want to do a number path? I think that's a great idea. So I'm going to draw out, starting with 5 and ending with 12. These are really hard to make because you got to make sure you got enough space for everything. I'm going to draw 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh boy. All right. So we're starting at 5. We're ending at 12. What do we do? Okay, so let's count. How many does it take to get from 5 to 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 5. So now we're at 10. How many does it take to get from 10 to 12? 1, 2. Plus 2. Nice job. So now, what's 5 plus 2? It's 7. Because if we add all of that up, or we could even just count right down the line, 5, 6, 7, 8, we would get 7. So if I ate 5 of the 12 cookies, how many are left? 7. Nice job, you guys. All right, so I'm going to erase my board. There we go. All right, got one more for you. But I regret to tell you, you're on your own for it. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to give you 3 minutes on the clock to solve it. If you want some more time, feel free to pause the video, take as much time as you want, and I'll see you when you get back. Once we're done with the 3 minute timer, we're going to solve it together and we're going to wrap up the lesson. So let me share my screen. Away we go. Are you ready? I knew it. All right, here is your problem. Maria checked out 17 books from the library. She read 9 of them. How many does she have left to read? So before I let you go, brainstorm it. What is the strategy I'm going to use? What is it going to look like? What is important? I'm going to read it one more time, and I'm going to set a timer. Ready? Maria checked out 17 books from the library. She read 9 of them. How many does she have left to read? All right, you ready? Let me set a timer, and I'll see you guys in 3 minutes. Go. All right, you're about a minute in. You got 2 minutes to go. Take your time, there's no rush. All right, you're about halfway done. Keep up the good work. And you have 1 minute left to go. Keep up the good work. We got 30 seconds left. Start wrapping it up. And you have 10 seconds. Ready for the countdown? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I know you guys crushed it, and I can't wait to solve it with you guys. So I'm going to come back. Hello. All right, so what did you guys do? So there was 17 books checked out from the library. Maria checked out 17 books, and she read 9 of them. Wow, good job, Maria. That's a lot of books. How many does she have left to read, though? So what did your number sentence look like? Okay, so it looked like 17 minus 9. Now, why did you say minus 9? Why not plus? She read 9 books, so she added that, right? No, because she only checked out 17. How could she have read more books if she only checked out 17 books? So we're taking 9 away from 17. Nice job. So then what was the strategy that you used? Okay, so you broke it up and you made 10. Okay, so perfect. So let's do that. So let's do, circled that. Put a 10 on that side. What'd you put on this side? 7. Nice, because 10 plus 7 equals 17. Incredible. All right, so then circle this. And instead of adding these together, what did you do? What's the difference? It's 1. We have 1 right here. We use this, we use this, we use this. What's left? 7. And we add those together. 7 plus 1, super easy. What's 7 plus 1? 8. Nice job. So 17 minus 9 equals 8, right? Let's double check our work, of course. So let's do it. Let's draw a picture, because I like to draw pictures to make sure that I'm nice and organized in what I'm doing. So why don't we do 17 circles, break it up into 10 and 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 7 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then she read 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many is left? We see that we have a group of 5, so we have 5 plus 1, 2, 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. Nice job. So if you did the first strategy that we did you get the same answer? Does your board look like this? Nice job. If you didn't use a strategy, did you use a different strategy and get the same answer? Incredible. Outstanding. Impeccable. So talented. All right. So that's all I got for you today. So now before I go, I gotta ask you a couple questions. So what was a strategy that you loved to use today? Drawings. Drawings are always a fan favorite of mine. What else? The number bonds and making 10. Okay, what was a new strategy that you learned today? Maybe it's something that the students used when we went over their work. I really like that too. So instead of drawing a number path from here to here, all the way over here, what they did was instead of having that, they did 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we didn't have to write out all those numbers and get confused and maybe erase some of them. We had 7 plus 9. I loved that one too. So what is the strategy you're going to use next time? What's another one? I like that one too. So nice job, guys. We are really rolling with this. I'm very proud of you. Keep up the good work. But that's it for me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.